picture of how far your money can go. And a new report showing women may be struggling more with these higher prices. Today is Equal Pay Day, and inflation is calling attention to gender pay discrepancies.
ABC Action News reporter Mary O'Connell explains how it took some women until today to catch up to the same salary men made last year. She's taking an in-depth look at the pay gap, how to advocate for a better salary, and what's being done about it.
It's a challenging reality for many women, the gender pay gap. Just ask Sheila Barry-Oliver.
I went into information technology in the late 60s, and there weren't very many women in that field.
She's now president of Business and Professional Women of Florida.
I became aware of the fact that I was paid less than my male peers through much of my career, and then I was fortunate enough to have some managers who worked very hard to remove the gender pay gap.
Tuesday marks Equal Pay Day, symbolizing how far into the year women need to work to earn what men earned in the previous year. According to recent Pew research, in 2022, American women typically earned 82 cents for every dollar earned by men. That's despite women accounting for more than half of the college-educated labor force in the U.S., according to Pew research.
It just takes time to break through that, glass ceiling.
But how do you know if you're getting paid fairly? I took that question to Janet Wise. She's an attorney with SAS Law Firm, an all-women firm in Tampa that specializes in employment law. She weighed in on some states making pay scales more transparent.
We don't have any laws in Florida that require that to be revealed in the private sector. Sometimes they come to find out because someone else confides in them and lets them know, hey, you're being paid $10,000 less a year than the male counterpart that you have. And then obviously the woman would have a discrimination claim that she could bring.
When it comes to advocating for yourself in the workplace, Wise encourages negotiating. And get this.
Another law that protects workers against talking about what they earn is the National Labor Relations Act. That's a law that mostly has to do with labor unions, but it also has been found and interpreted to allow workers to talk about the wages that they earn without getting in trouble with the employer.
And while women work to close the gap, advocates like Barry-Oliver are looking to the future.
Equal Pay Day used to be in April. It's now in March, and it's even in the middle of March, so that's an improvement.
In Tampa, Mary O'Connell, ABC Action News.
President Biden is also getting involved in the conversation. He's urging Congress to pass the Paycheck Fairness Act. The act would make it harder for businesses to pay women less than men for the same work. But those opposed to the act are raising some questions. They're wondering if this could open up employers to more lawsuits and make businesses less likely to negotiate things like flexible work schedules. We spoke with a Clearwater employment attorney, Michelle Nadeau. She says while federal and state legislation is helpful, it may not accomplish enough, and that's where businesses need to step up.
Places that have more paid leave for family leave or sick leave, actually, that is another way to combat the pay equity, right? Because places that have more fair policies like that are going to have better opportunities for women, and it's going to allow women to move up.
Another big pay factor in pay disparities is the cost and lack of childcare. One study found for every one woman who gets promoted to senior management, 2 leave their jobs due to the lack of reliable daycare.